Alright, well, I'm 15 minutes late, but it kind of doesn't matter anyway, because we're not really doing too much in the meanwhile. After this is done, I'm probably going to bounce anyway. I just kind of wanted to watch this, since apparently it's a thing that's happening. I say apparently like it's some big fucking mystery. Did you miss something? No, we just started it. It starts at 5 p.m. Eastern, so it has not even begun. You have not missed a thing. Welcome to the stream. I just put up the stream. I just unmuted as well, so give me a minute here really quickly to finish setting things up, and then I can go over here where I don't have a Sony layout. All I have is everything but Sony, so I just kind of threw everything together. At some point I'll get around to fixing this up, but basically the Pokemon stuff, I'm out on the road. Let me know if they announce Horizon or anything interesting. Yeah, I'll let you know. I kind of doubt there's going to be anything major here. I feel like you're just going to get the bare minimum, and then we can all call it a day. And then maybe I'll stream later today. I don't know. I have to see. I'm not in a huge exact hurry to do this, so that's fine by me. Like usual, most state of plays are kind of whatever. Like, it's obvious that they want this to be Nintendo's, or an equivalent to Nintendo's Directs, but the thing is that they lack the... I really want to say the games to really do so. Like, every Nintendo Direct is like 30, 45 minutes, sometimes an hour of just, new releases. They don't really do those Directs anymore where they, like, talk about a game for, like, 20 minutes, They kind of stopped doing that. So that's not something that they really do anymore, per se. So, basically, what you see is pretty much what you get, more or less. Man, I hate people on the fucking internet sometimes. Oh, shit. I'm like, what the hell started playing music? Really quickly, I want to see, can I, turn off the sound on my thing? The only good thing we can get is Beyond Good and Evil. Beyond Good and Evil is an Ubisoft game, so they have no say over that. That's up to Ubisoft whenever Ubisoft decides to release that game. God of War Ragnarok, all major games have been released so far. God of War and what's the other one? The other Sony game. Fuck. Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a thing that'll come out soon. So that's like the two big ones that we know will come out at some point. There you go. Oops. Why am I doing this on that? Yeah. I guess we could play Pokemon in the meanwhile. Of course, this is so fucking loud. I hate it so much. I need to put the Elgato sound control on this. I'll get around to that at some point. But this is what I've been doing. I've just been farming this for like the last day or two, pretty much. Just to see if I could get all the, all the sparkles and stuff. Shit. Whatever. I want to see if I can get all the Ramanas things, so that's just basically what I've been doing. Once I get all the ones off of Pearl, I don't really care how long it takes me to get all this stuff off of Diamond. I could just, kind of idly do it whenever I have time. This mini game sucks. I'm so tired of doing it at this point. But basically, the way that I started doing it is, what you want to do is you want to look for any larges first, so you kind of hammer out all the possible areas that a large can spawn. And then you start, like, filling in, like, all the 2x2s that you can. Hopefully you'll have enough time if you spot one that then you'll be able to go back and try to get it. You know what I mean? Like, so, for instance, like, here there could be one, here there could be one, here there could be one, here there could be one. You're basically, like, trying to, like, roll enough dice to see if you get it. And if it spawns, that you find it, right? So now, like, at this point, there's more places that I have to search, and there's not enough hits for me to really be able to, tell. This is looking like a dud anyway. Yeah. I've missed two, so, like, you will miss some. Like, it's inevitable. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Nothing great, nothing good. And then once you're done, reset. I find that this area has a good chance of them spawning, like, really close together. Like, other than that, this is the only place that really works out. Like, there's one place up north, which is kind of okay. But really, you just want to try to hit as many as you can in an hour. And that's pretty much been the only thing that I've been doing, for the most part. So once the state of play starts, I'll probably drop this, because I need a break from it anyway. It's annoying. So we actually have a fossil here. Judging by the shape, it's probably another claw fossil. Oh yeah, they announced another Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2. Evil Dead has a trailer already on Sony currently, so honestly, but Sony shows Street Fighter 6 gameplay. I mean, that'd be up to Capcom. I mean, they could happen. I personally think they were just really announcing it. Didn't they announce that they were going to talk more about Street Fighter 6 at their own designated date? So, like, I don't know. Okay, that's a pearl. I'm sorry, one of those pink ones. There you go. So, at this point, like, we already know that this is the center, so like this whole 3x3 area is a no-go. I'm guessing this is a claw fossil, so most of this is like just a no-go, so we'll check that. We'll check that. There you go. Okay. So at this point, this is a good example. I'm glad I got this on camera, kinda. I guess I could switch over real quick to this. There you go. So like we only have 4 items that we could possibly get, so we might as well just dig up everything. There's no point not to, honestly. I'm sorry, this was a Kabuto. These are kind of annoying to get. They usually require like a lot of hits to get. And I'm done getting boxes, so then we just destroy the wall intentionally. You don't get anything for completing the wall. I mean, obviously you get items if you complete it, but I don't care about those fucking statues anymore. So that's the only thing nearby. Leave and re-enter. And the summer, but if Sony is funding again... I don't know. Maybe Sony will fund again. I mean, listen, I hope the best for you guys. Hopefully it's not as much of a fragmented launch as Street Fighter V, but who knows, right? Good luck with that. I mean, like, what I'm curious to see is, like, what are they going to announce? Because they just had Ratchet & Clank last year. We already know about God of War. We already know about Spider-Man, and Horizon just came out. So unless they're announcing something new, we could just have 20 minutes of rehashing what's already out. I mean, they'll probably announce something new. Like, what's the point of, you know, revving up the... What the hell is this thing? A bone? I think so. What's the point of revving up the Hype Mobile if you have nothing to show for it? You know what I mean? Oh, God. Who's messaging me? Okay. I'll take care of it. And I'll also charge my DS real quick while we sit here and don't do anything. Personally, I'd like for more platformers to come back. Every single time they have a state of play, I say the same thing. Why don't they bring back like Jak and Daxter or a new Sly Cooper or something? And yeah, it's kind of futile for me to even hope that they do it, but they could, you know, it would be the surprising thing. I think it would make a lot of people happy. Oh, someone said Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. That is also possible. Anyway, hit that, hit that. And there's no rhyme or reason to any of this. And Final Fantasy 16, that is true. However, I don't know if we'll hear about that for a while because Endwalker just came out, but it's possible. Jak and Daxter's been rumored since Uncharted. I mean, yeah, but that doesn't mean they'll make it. I mean, I agree with you. Oh, this is a heat stone. I don't need another one of these. How many things did it say were in this wall? This is why I wish it really told you. I'm not getting any of this anyway. There we go. I got one. I think it said only 2 items. Doesn't matter. I don't need another heat stone. I have so many of these fucking items, like, and all I'm gonna do is trade all of them off of this. It's just a terrible mini game. They need to drop The Last of Us. Well, they won't do it out of spite. You already know how it is. They will run Last of Us into the fucking ground, much like The Walking Dead, because at this point, I really think that a lot of companies just kind of prop stuff up just because their fan base doesn't like it. So I think if you're expecting them to drop that, they're gonna keep it running for a long time just because people don't like it, and they know it's profitable, so they'll fucking do it. What they did in 2022 was a very targeted, deliberate thing. They're not. These companies are not stupid. I don't even care anymore. We know that this is a dud. I don't know, did it say only 2 items? I always look away when it tells me how many items are in it. It's the fucking worst. I hate it. I always do it, too. Every time I fucking dig, I look away, and I don't know. Because they only tell you right when you start digging. You would think for a DS game they would have a counter, you know, in case you close your DS and go away for a while, but whatever. So yeah, I'm almost done with Shining Pearl. Like, at this point, after this, I just need to get a ton of money, and then that way I can, you know, buy stuff for Pearl. Buy, like, Pokeballs and stuff to catch all the legendaries. That's, like, my biggest thing that I need to do, for the most part. Alright. I forgot how much it said. But we have a Firestone, is this a small? Yes, okay. We have a big green. We already got the blue, which was kind of a mistake, but whatever. We know that, I think this whole area is Firestone. Like, I'd like for Sly Cooper to come back, Jak and Daxter, because what's Sucker Punch working on now, right? Like, not to rush them or anything, but I'm genuinely curious. Like, Ghost of Tsushima's been out. Like, what are they working on now, specifically? You know? I don't know. It's a good question. So there's probably a chance at some point they'll announce something. But I mean, like, I'm going to be real with you. State of Plays have been bad for a while. Okay, so we have every item now. State of Plays have been bad. It's obvious that they do this just to kind of capitalize on the Nintendo hype mobile, so it is what it is. I tried. Maybe I could have gotten that. I don't know. I wasn't really thinking. Dino Crisis? Of course the Resident Evil 4 remake is happening. I don't know what you're talking about. Why wouldn't Capcom remake one of their most sold fucking games in history? One of the most popular video games in history. I agree with you though. Oh, is this a fossil? Yeah, it's another Shieldon. I agree with you. Dino Crisis is long overdue. I mean, like, but I don't think that, like, I just think that certain companies are just not interested in making shit anymore. It doesn't matter if it would sell. They don't care. I also didn't look how much. Okay. So it's hard to tell if based on this little corner, if it's going to be a red sphere or not. You kind of can, but I mean, I just free it anyway, just in case. It is what it is. This mini game is miserable. I mean, whatever. Okay. So we know that this is all one item, which means that there's nothing up here. It's rocks over there. Okay. Yeah, okay. Whatever. I mean, the good news, because Resident Evil 4 don't need a remake, they could port it forward and up-res it every time. I mean, well, that's the thing. They want to sell it again, so people... They could change it, right? Like, Resident Evil 4 is already, like, a very easy game, because the game will adaptively scale to how poorly you're doing, or how well you're doing, I guess I should also say. But they want to sell it again. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. Of course, they'll try to fucking market it for a new generation of people. You can already see the taglines from here. The classic horror game reborn for a new generation or some shit, right? Alright, I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna go back to the stream. That totally, they get to fucking do that. Why wouldn't they? That's free fucking advertisements. They get to remove all those saucy 2000 lines, right? Where we talk about big tits and calling Ada the bitch in the red dress and all that stuff. They get to PC sanitize the fucking game. And then they get to resell it in 60, you know, 4K resolution and with dynamic lighting and all that shit. Oh, that's a big one. Okay. Sometimes items will be right next to each other, so you do need to, like, dig a little bit for some of this. Oh, fuck. Right? Could be one here. Oh, there's a bone. The bones are actually worth a good amount of money, but I'd rather roll for the chance I find the item. Okay, maybe not. But I don't think I could get the bone out now. Yeah, see? You need a lot of time to get bones out. Like, big, long items like that are really annoying to try to fucking fish out. They really just are. Oh yeah, the Suicide Squad game. I think that's gonna come out, and that's gonna be like another Guardians of the Galaxy style game, if you want my honest opinion. I feel like that's gonna get the Avengers treatment, like, really, really fast. I think that's gonna be treated like, I don't know. There's a chance it could be good. I just personally don't think Suicide Squad is that great of a fucking IP. The movie wasn't good. You know, the video game probably won't be good. I just think it's something that they're just forcing, like, flat out. I think they're just literally forcing it to be popular. So, I personally don't see much happening with that, if you want my honest opinion. I absolutely think that they are forcing, ham-fisting it to be popular, and I don't think it's happening. It isn't, but it can be I mean, you're right. Like, it could be a good game, a good co-op. Is it co-op? I have no idea. Like, it could be a lot of things, but I don't know. You know, judging by, like, how well a lot of those style of games have been, like, if it's another Destiny-style looter shooter, yeah, no. No, Sony would never work on Metroid. Nintendo is very, very, very anal about keeping their franchises close to their chest, and honestly, that's such a good thing at this point. I fucking hope they never break it. Because when you look over what these other games are doing, man, oof, fuck off. The only franchise I don't feel that way on is fucking Pokemon, as everyone knows. I don't know, I just feel like co-op games are kind of done to death. Hold on, where's my mouse? There you go, okay. I feel like co-op games are done to fucking death. I think that era has long since come and gone, so for me personally, you know, it's whatever.
Hello, viewers. I am Ivy the android. I'd like to share today's dinosaur forecast. A dinosaur outbreak will soon occur. Residents in the affected area have been evacuated.
Yeah, whatever the fuck this is supposed to be.
Exofighters has been dispatched.
Here's your Dino Crisis, ready? It's Anthem, dude.
Text warning has been issued. Please
This is what you wanted, right? This is legit what space-time distortions are like. I mean, this is what you would want to happen in fucking Coronet Highlands. You would want this stuff to come out. I'll lose my shit if this is actually Dino Crisis. Yeah, I guess it is. Holy shit, was that Regina? Let me pull up my notepad real quick.
All I wanted was to be IBS's top pilot.
IBS's latest dinosaur forecasts and exosuit technology were able to keep human casualties to zero.
There you go, you can't get eaten. See? It's easy. What's there to be afraid of? They turned Dino Crisis from a survival horror game into a fucking Anthem clone.
Under the guidance of the next Gen AI, Leviathan.
God, I fucking hope not. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I should get rid of the fucking subtitles. What? Thank you. Okay.
Humanity's greatest hope.
Not gonna lie, if they actually did this to Dino Crisis, I just fucking forget about it. I'm not really like hyped for fucking co-op shooters anymore. Alright, no. It's something else. Sure as fuck looked like that was Regina.
Another exofighter report, right? Welcome to IBS.
Well, Regina. Who knows? Yeah, whatever. Co-op shooter games usually are very lax on content. Wow, let's recap what we just saw. Wow. Yeah, that's gonna fucking fall apart. No one's gonna remember that shit. They would need some real shit. I mean, just co-op games just don't. I don't think they really go anywhere anymore. This is good because I think Shinji's working on this. Shinji Mikami. I don't know. Not really too interested in this either. Because in the same vein, I wasn't very like interested in Evil Within by the second game. Especially since it looks like this looks like a fucking, what is it called? A fucking Arxis game. Not Arxis, I'm sorry. The people who make fucking like Dishonored. Arcane. It kind of looks like, it's kind of the same feeling a little bit. It could have been Lost Planet. That is true, actually. They haven't made one in almost a decade. At least this has like a full-on fucking commercial for it, or a full-on fucking intro. Because from the last ones I saw, I had no clue what this game was going to be like. At least Mikami still makes games, because Mikami's a real genius when it comes to that. No, this is a Bethesda game, right? I think so. Maybe. I don't remember. Bro, is this that Final Fantasy game that isn't even out yet? This is literally a game that is not even out yet. Oh, there's a new demo for it? I already know I'm getting it, so I didn't even bother getting a demo. So, I won't play it, it's fine.
Later today, visit PlayStation Store to download a new demo.
I forget what console I even got it for, honestly. I think it might be the Xbox. Oh no! It's the first Japanese game with a black protagonist. Because Afro Samurai doesn't exist, I guess.
Yeah, in everything here wants to kill you kind of way.
What a disaster this game is. That initial trailer they showed was just awful. It's like everything I hate about fucking games, man. I don't know. I'm not touching this one. I'll stay away. Hey, that Afro Samurai game was fucking lit. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. That shit was fun as fuck. I beat that shit on hard mode. That was as close as you were gonna get to Ghost of Tsushima before Ghost of Tsushima came out. That one body part poker with the Kunoichi on the bridge was bullshit, though. I remember doing that for like 2 hours to get the achievement. We'll disagree on that. I just think this game is a fucking engine demo. I don't know. That's kind of what its origin was to begin with. That doesn't necessarily mean it'll be bad. I just think the protagonist is going to be fucking obnoxious, so I'm okay. I already do my part for Square Enix. Fuck that.
Let's finish this.
Thank God Yoshi P exists at this company. Oh God, and it's October this year. Oh boy, can't fucking wait.
That was a new
Can't wait for no one to remember this game in a year.
Forspoken from Luminous Productions. Let's check out some 6v6 action in Gundam Evolution, a fast-paced multiplayer
This is actually
shooter
based.
coming to PS4 and PS5.
My friend is going to be kind of salty about this. Shit. Oh no, it's Titanfall? Based. This is actually fucking based. This is lit. EA is actually holding fucking Respawn back, I swear to God. This is kind of what that other Gundam game was supposed to be from, was it, Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam something on the PS3? Not the Dynasty Warriors one. That's what this shit should have been, really. Obviously, the tech just wasn't there back then. But I promise you this is coming to PC, so there's no reason to get too fucking ridiculous about it. Here, let me hit up my fucking Discord. Because I know at least 2 different people I know are going to be ecstatic for this. Oh god, I froze my fucking computer. Okay. Excellent. This actually could be pretty cool. It'll probably have all the other stuff. Oh, you're ahead of me. I'm behind. Kind of wish they would port the Gundam games, the Dynasty Warriors games, because those are pretty fun. Oh, was it's all the? Is it a collection? I guess. All right, I could get rid of this. Fuck you. I can get rid of that. Okay, cool. I never liked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'll be honest with you. I just, it was never something I was really that interested in. See, for me, a lot of my youth was not spent watching cartoons after a point. Like, I watched a couple things on Cartoon Network and, like, some old stuff, and that's it. Like, I didn't watch anything on, like, what was it, WB and Disney XD and stuff. But like I said, notice how there's like a distinct lack of single-player games other than like Forspoken and Ghostwire. I just think that that's not a big focus at Sony. This is that Godzilla game, right? I think. That's why, like, I haven't really watched any cartoons like on TV since what, like 2007, even before. I just stopped watching a lot of this stuff. It kind of just stopped interesting me, so I just stopped. You should get this arcade collection. Nah, probably not. I'm not a fan of like beat 'em ups. I'm not a fan of like beat 'em ups and stuff like that. So it's not for me. Like, it's probably worth it, but you know. Oh, this what is this? What did they say? Fan favorite? JoJo, hilarious. Well, the memes about this are never gonna fucking stop. What is it? Eyes of Heaven 2? Oh, is this is this a 3D? I can't tell. Maybe. This is because JoJo's like really popular now too, which is kind of cool. But like next to the Storm games, these kind of look the best. I like that a lot. And they could have just as many characters almost, which is hilarious. I'm telling you, Naruto Storm really opened the way for a lot of shit to really do well, I think. Not that it was the first, but just in general. Which is why I kind of wanted to get the Demon Slayer game a little bit. Yeah, All-Star Battle was the one that predated Eyes of Heaven.
Our next 2 games.
I just think that Shinobi Strikers was just bad looking. 4 was kind of okay, but 4 you could tell they didn't really have a lot, so they kind of dug more into like all the fucking anime shit. So like the attention to detail was higher, but that's because they didn't have as much to do. Like you could tell that they just kind of like dragged it out. Nothing's really been announced. Not anything that I think you particularly like, unless you like Gundam and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Forspoken has a release date. I think it's like October 11th of this year. That's about it. I do like the art style of this game, or I guess is it with art style just how it looks. I like how this game looks at least. It's my days in the arcade. Damn, we have an arcade gamer. I always wanted to be an arcade gamer, and by the time I was old enough to, you know, have the money to do it, arcades were kind of just dead. Especially, you know, where I am, there's very few arcades. And they don't have, like, the same style of games, you know, it's all, like, weird stuff, you know what I mean? That's the only unfortunate part, is I was born too late to do that shit, man. That's just unfortunate. I would have loved to do that. Play like House of the Dead and shit. So this is coming out soon. Oh no, what the fuck is going on? Okay, it fucking dropped my frames. Okay, it's a good thing I'm not running this stream for too long. I know why I shouldn't. It's just I'm here now. I kind of have to fucking finish it, right?
An endless cycle.
Oh, Returnal DLC, very nice.
Dying.
Remember this game from last year?
Returning. Always the same. Yet always changing.
Astra.
Yeah, you guys kind of got to try to get a PS5. Was it Returnal co-op? Bruh. I'm not gonna lie, this should have been in the game a year ago, homie.
Now I stand before the
Like, yeah, I'm sure they added new stuff, but
I climb as Sisyphus did.
they definitely should have had that earlier. This game has been out forever.
How high I climb.
They're not announcing DLC for this. I'm telling you guys, listen, if you want to get a fucking PS5, hang on. Fucking go on Wario64's Twitter. I'm not kidding.
But I
Literally, like,
through the
if you have spare time, look on Wario64's Twitter.
seeking answers.
He will let you know, like, all the different sites that might have it and stuff, and what time it goes live. Trust me, that's how I got my PS5, was he announced that there was a PS5 Direct shit, and I bought it.
And I will
That's also how I got my Xbox One. Series X, sorry. But yeah, Returnal came out, much like Ratchet and Clank. I don't really know if anyone's still talking about it. Oh, I guess it's free DLC, so fair enough.
Housemarque is bringing campaign co-op and a mysterious...
I'm in EU, he probably... No, I think it's everywhere. I mean, it's worth a shot, right? Like, what's the worst they tell you? You can't buy it? You might as well just try.
It's time to sign off, but before we do, let's get a first look at...
It's almost time to sign off. Well, there you have it. That's your fucking state of play, homies.
Is this really what you want?
And you are certain that what we are doing is best for the people of the kingdom?
Yes. I suppose it would, in a sense. True.
Yeah, Hogwarts Mystery is getting completely nuxed because of J.K.
It made me
Rowling.
wonder,
Ain't that a shame?
am I still that same person?
The era of myths gives way to an era of great turmoil. The continent was ravaged by the devastating war between the Empire and the Alliance. However, one nation remained unaffected by the chaos. The Kingdom of Alatane, Ward of the Augurs, looked destined to have its soil stained with the blood of battle.
I kind of doubt that this is Final Fantasy 16.
We're up against the Empire's main arm.
We are to eradicate every last Imperial who comes ashore. Keep focused.
Bruh, I just started playing fucking Tactics. Or, not Tactics. What's it called? The other one. Triangle Strategy. They already have another tactical game. Are you serious?
Can't comprehend it.
Triangle Strategy is kind of closer to Tactics, though, to be honest with you.
So then, what shall we do now?
I really hope it's not real-time, though. I kind of hate real-time games on console.
This is our chance while they're all assembled.
That's kind of something that only works on a mouse and keyboard.
That's right. All the more reason to avoid bloodshed.
It was short but good.
It also likely
Yeah.
means that we're in danger.
Yeah, no, it looks fine.
I suppose
You could definitely tell it's a B-team game, though, for sure. I mean, I've been wanting them to make, like, tactics games, but they refuse to use Final Fantasy Tactics at all anymore. I kind of hate it, but that's just how it is. You could tell they have like a lot of offshoots of like Final Fantasy games, but they just refuse to like call them Final Fantasy. Literally. Rectangle strategy, that's hilarious. I mean, SC might be pumping out games, but that's not necessarily a good thing. I'd rather they make a couple good ones than a lot of average ones.
And join me.
Bro, are people really annoyed that she had 2 seconds of Naruto running? Are you serious?
Valkyrie, heed my words. Ragnarok tears our world asunder. All we hold precious lies on the brink of annihilation.
At this point, I kind of just, I don't know. You could definitely tell that they didn't really, these aren't like big titles though. These look like almost like abandoned Vita games a little bit, which doesn't mean they're bad games necessarily. You just can tell that they're not like full budget, which probably means they don't have much faith in them, which is kind of feels bad, man. It's a sequel to a Wii game? Oh, that doesn't help much either, does it? Especially since they just got announced and they're coming out this year. That's kind of eh. But whatever.
Reveal yourself. Who are you?
I mean, I'll be honest with you.
That's all for today. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, obviously. They don't do the thing Nintendo does. Alright, cool. Well, that was very exciting. Anyway, the thing that I was going to say is, do I own the first game? No, I own Lost Tower. That's what I own, which is also another Square Enix game. Square Enix makes a lot of fucking similar games for some reason. They really do. But what I would say is, like, I would agree with you. The problem is that you know that they're going to sell this shit for $60, maybe even $70. I just feel like at that point, you know, oh shit, we are literally looking at Gameception right now. Holy fuck, let's get out of that. But at that, after a certain point, you kind of already know, like, they're gonna sell for $60, $70. I just don't know if that's $60, $70 worth of a game. I'll be honest with you. So that's just, in my opinion, I feel like on the Switch you kind of get away with it a little bit, but not really. Like, the reason I like Triangle Strategy, I haven't uploaded any Triangle Strategy, so I can't even, like, click on it to show you. But, like, the reason I like Triangle Strategy is because it does that, like, 2.5D, 3D HD stuff, where, you know, it's like, intentionally done that way. These games just kind of end up looking like fucking Vita games. And, like, I just kind of feel like if you're going to be on the big consoles and be worth 60, at this point, you kind of, just look it. That doesn't mean the game is bad, just look it, right? Like, I don't know. I'm usually the last person to talk about graphics, but what I will say is that, graphically speaking, they have been just so far behind. But anyway, let me pull up Wario 64 real quick, just so you guys can see. Who knows, maybe today they fucking had another shipment of stuff. No, this is my email. That would be bad. This is Bricklink. What the fuck? Where is Wario 64? Did I close all my Twitter? What the fuck? Did I close the Twitter? What the? Okay. Thank you. Very nice. Past me is fucking present me in the ass. That's always good. I listen to a podcast. Japanese game culture is not about graphics. They really prefer fun over graphics. I mean, that's fine and that's good. I mean, but you get to a point where you kind of have to keep some amount of parity with everything else. I feel that's the part that Game Freak is really fucking up on, is that they say that they're doing all this stuff with them. Game Freak might be an exceptional case. But, like, yeah, I like fun, but they're, you know, at the end of the day, they're not gonna, like, they charge you $60 fucking for this, right? They want to charge you 70. Like, they want to go completely all out. I just feel like at some point, like, what was the point of me buying a $600 console almost, you know, to play games that look like they could have run on the PS3? And I think that's part of Japanese development culture, is that a lot of their stuff is still like PS4 tier. So like, even though we're already a generation ahead, unless Sony has micromanaged them, a lot of the Tales games are still made for like last gen. Like Berseria was made on the same engine that Vesperia was, as just updated. Like those are all PS3 games. They were all made on the PS3. Arise is a PS4 game that you can play on the PS5. So I feel like they're always like almost a full generation behind. Well, because their culture is based around mobile gaming. Well, right, but then don't charge, you know, full retail price for a game if you plan to play mobile games. You know, like if you want to make mobile games, then pull a Konami and don't sell games for $60 that are mobile games. Just don't. But anyway, yeah, you might not get this today, because obviously he's recapping everything that just happened. But like usually he has something out here. Hold on, I'll scroll down a little more. Let's see. Can we see it? Gamefly, House of Ashes. Usually he will announce like if there's a console up for grabs. And if I were you, I would just have this page open, maybe refresh it once an hour if you can, once every other day, or you know, once a day or something. This is how you're gonna get it. Yeah, Wario64. I'll link it in chat. Where is my chat? Just literally camp his fucking Twitter. Is this for everyone? Yeah, okay, so they delayed it to April 8th for North America, Advance Wars, because of the conflict in Ukraine. And then they delayed it, I think, to like August if you're in Europe. Probably because they just have no clue how the war is going to go in Europe at all. Anything else here? Because I'd like to scroll back and actually show you what I mean, but I don't think we will. Oh, this is a great fucking image. I'm gonna steal this. Can I steal this? Thank you. That's gonna make a great thumbnail someday. Oh look, that's probably why Return. Oh no, Returnal used. Okay, I was gonna say maybe they had a sale on Returnal. That explains a lot. They want people to fucking buy it. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not gonna see it. But usually when something goes up, he's like the first to really have it up. You know, like he'll tell you when there's games that are on sale. Like, you know, let me click in. As you can see here, Death Stranding, Kenna, Ghost of Tsushima. I have used him to get a lot of stuff. I have these amiibos, by the way, so I don't need to worry about that. I actually have a lot of amiibos. I'm only missing a couple from the Monster Hunter series, and then that's it. And then I have, yeah, like, see, here we go. Right here, PS5 digital bundles. I mean, if you really don't care about having a disc, then you could get it. It's a bundle, so it costs more. I mean, like, it's better than nothing, but it's something to consider, is what I'm saying. And sometimes he'll have the disc versions, you know, he'll name drop, or, you know, drop it, or whatever. In my opinion, and I'll tell you this, you want to get the disc version, because as soon as you get the digital version, you cannot use any used games. Every game you get, you have to buy and download. I will never, ever like that. That is, anything could happen. Sony servers could go down, your internet could be out, you're fucked. This one was at GameStop. So GameStop is kind of a trustworthy site, obviously. Yeah, that's about it. But as you see, he'll do that. He does it for Xbox as well. Obviously, at this point, I'm going way far back in the future. All these deals are probably gone, but yeah. Yeah, I'm a disc guy too. I'm just definitely worth considering, since I know very few people, at least that come by my streams, have the consoles. Is definitely worth considering, like, hey, maybe you should, you know, consider this, because that could really help out somebody, you know, to be able to snatch. Here we go, see, this was, he announced it a day ahead of time for disc only, which is whatever. So, all right, well, that is all that's going on. What the hell is this? Now clarified if you're in Q3 for Steam Deck. Oh shit, let me pull that up. Am I in Q3 for Steam Deck? Because I have a Steam Deck pre-ordered. Hold on, let me check. Good luck getting a Steam Deck if you didn't fucking pre-order this shit way ahead of time. You're gonna be shit out of luck. Oh no! I got pushed back to after Q3! Oh no! It said after Q2, now I'm after Q3. Bro, I pre-ordered in September. Wow. Well, I'm just getting filleted right now. Holy fucking shit. I'm getting dicked. Okay, well, there you have it. So, if you're not... I'm on the fucking... I'm wave 2, and I'm getting fucked this hard. Yeah, if you're not... The Steam Deck is just gone. That is some shit you really had to get ahead of. So, in any event, that's about it. This is a cam link. I don't care. I don't webcam. Nobody wants to see my ugly mug while I complain about video games. That's something I'm not prepared to do. So yeah, that's about it. He's a really good guy. Usually when stuff is slow, it's really awesome to try to hit up Wario64. And he usually has some good stuff, you know, just hanging around, chilling or whatever. So that's going to be it. There wasn't really much to talk about this stream. I mean, for me, not really much that I anticipated or expected. You know, I'm looking for single player games. It doesn't really seem like Sony's that big into that anymore. Like, I guess Forspoken and Ghostwire are your big things, and then the Square Enix games at the end. Like, I get that the Japanese don't put a lot of emphasis on graphics, but then people tested the Steam Deck. It's a technical mess as a battery life of 90 minutes. Well, good. I plan to keep it docked forever like my Switch. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, like, I get that. I just feel that after a point, like, you can't just say we don't care about graphics forever when you have, like... I remember when Sony was pushing graphics with fucking Heavy Rain. You can't... I just feel like after a point, you can not care, but you kind of have to stay somewhat competitive. You know what I mean? You have to stay somewhat, like, in the game, in the ballpark. Because otherwise your game just looks bad. I don't know. Now watch me get Valkyrie Elysium and think it's an amazing game, and everyone forgets about it. That usually happens. Don't worry. They made sure not to announce Final Fantasy Tactics for some reason. That fucking franchise died on the DS for no reason at all. They refuse to use Tactics again. They'll make every other game. They won't make Bravely Default a mainline Final Fantasy. They won't make, what was it, DioField a tactics game. They won't make Triangle Strategy a tactics game. Everything else, like I don't know. It feels like weird shit with the Final Fantasy like trademark. I have no idea what they're doing anymore. It's true, but Nintendo won't move either. So Japan says no, and no, it is. Well, I mean but that's the problem. Like right now, sure they could get away with it. You think in 10 years? Especially outside of Japan, everything that's not called Pokemon is going to be able to come out and look like absolute shit. You know what I mean? Like, in 10 years, are you going to be able to market games like Valkyrie, Profile 2 or whatever, and DioField? Like, Arceus is already fucking looking like ass. Like, that game looks bad. Sword and Shield looks bad. And before, the excuse was, oh, well, it's on a 3DS, it's fine. But now you're on a Switch, and it can do better. Like now, you know, the whole idea was, oh, we'll put it on the Switch so they'll have console level fidelity. And they don't. Oh yeah, Hogwarts Legacy is trending, by the way. Hogwarts Legacy is trending because fucking Hogwarts Legacy is dead, and they don't talk about it anymore because of the whole J.K. Rowling bullshit. And the sad part is that Hogwarts Legacy is really shaping up to sound. It sounds like a great game, and I fucking hate Harry Potter. I genuinely do. I don't like Harry Potter. I think it's a very, very overrated franchise, and yeah, I mean that's kind of it. I think a lot of people wrote a lot of political bullshit into it. J.K. Rowling is a TERF, a trans-exclusionary radical feminist. I'll leave it to you to look up the rest of it, but that's basically she's a boomer and she doesn't believe in certain modern day politically like accepted beliefs. That's really all it comes down to. And J.K. Rowling has been getting fucking browbeaten people, because the thing is, a lot of people who like Harry Potter are kind of left-wing. And they're like left-wing, they're liberal, and so for them to see that the person that they like it isn't like super left-wing and isn't super liberal, you know, they fucking hate it now. So now they have to do this whole mental thing where they have to distance the art from the artist, which you could do that, right? Like, fucking, let me say this. World War II Bad Guy Man was an amazing artist. Amazing. But he did some of the worst things in human history. So you gotta be able to distance yourself and say, well, that's a nice painting, but the dude who painted it was an asshole. Like a super asshole, like a history books level asshole. And for them, it's been hard. I don't understand why. I mean, if you've ever talked to a fucking boomer, most of them have this opinion. So, like, I guess these millennials and zoomers who like Harry Potter just don't talk to boomers, right? I don't understand. To me, that's like a no-brainer. It's like, well, she's an old person. She's like 60 probably. I don't know how old J.K. Rowling is. She was old when I remember seeing a picture of her when I was in first grade, second grade, you know, reading the fucking books. She's old. Of course she has outdated beliefs. Have you ever talked? I have outdated beliefs. I went into this thinking they were going to announce single-player games. You know, like everyone, you know, you get old to a point. This woman was around probably right after World War II. In fact, I'm going to Google this shit. How old is J.K. Rowling? She's a talented writer, but I just don't like her books. That's all I'm saying. What is it? She's 56 years old. The woman was born in 1965. 50 fucking 6. People are getting salty at a 56-year-old. Come on, man. Would she still qualify as a boomer then? I guess so, right? When's Gen X start? I guess Gen X is like 70s, 80s, right? Roughly, something like that. It's roughly. She's a boomer. She's a boomer. Let's just leave it at that. People are mad that a boomer has boomer mindsets. Well, then you don't talk to a lot of boomers, do you? But you know what? In fact, I could even bring this back. Hold on. Where's my stream? Here you go. I could bring this back. Like this is what we really... I'm still not clicked in. This is what you really get, is you get a bunch of bullshit like this. You get click articles to get people mad and to hate the woman that gave them so much good shit in their lives. I mean, whatever. It's like the Dave Chappelle shit all over again, you know? Except Dave Chappelle was completely right about everything he said, which is absolutely... That's like triply hilarious. But anyway... Wait, why the fuck does she have all this weird shit after her name? What? That's weird. I don't know. Anyway, I hope people got what they wanted out of this. Hogwarts Legacy, I'm sure, will come out eventually. It's just, unfortunately, I guess they're just trying to low-key just work on it. I wasn't expecting it. The game probably is not coming out this year if it's not getting announced at this point. So... Someday, lol, maybe they will make it, but today is not that fucking day, so, in any event, I have ringing in my ear. I will see you guys later. Hopefully you had a good week, maybe I'll stream tonight. No, I will not stream tonight. Maybe I will stream tonight. I don't know, I'll have to see. I'm a little bit behind on Horizon, and to me, playing Horizon kind of trumps doing a random stream, because I obviously want to make progress on it. And since Wednesday is like my dead day, I'd rather fucking play Horizon than stream nothing. So at some point, when I'm done doing my grinding on Pokemon Pearl, I will absolutely go back and stream like Pokemon Pearl and Diamond, and we could do all the other remaining stuff I didn't do in those games. But for right now, I mean, like, I'm just working on stuff. So I do kind of want to do some early morning streaming sometimes. So that might be a thing to look out for. But in any event, I hope you guys like Triangle Strategy. I hope you guys like Horizon. I'm going to try to do maybe like another playthrough in there somewhere. So I got to, you know, get down to recording. So peace. I'm going to go play Horizon in like a few minutes just so I could, you know, keep up with it. So I'm not falling behind. So yeah, big ups.